What's going on, y'all? So, yep, if you can guess where I'm at right now, I'll give you $100. I'll cash app you $100 right now if you can guess where I'm at. Okay, you got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nope. It's like, no, this place right here is a magical place. I'm not gonna tell y'all. Oh, there we go, Cuba. That's what this is, Cuba, y'all. So if you ever been to Cuba, you know what I'm talking about. Yo, Cuba, there's nothing like it on the Western Hemisphere. You might have to go to Venezuela to get kind of close to the architecture, but you know the vibe in Cuba, man, is something different, man. Like it's something different. There's nothing like it. Like I said, yo, the cars, the architecture, yo, the people are beautiful. Like, you know, the Cuban people, you know, I'm so black that I fit in everywhere I go. So, you know, they welcome me. You know, they treated me like family when I was there because they thought I was their family until I started speaking English. But look at this architecture right here, yo. Like, you're not going to see buildings nowhere like this, man. Maybe in South America somewhere, but definitely not, you know, close to America. Cuba is definitely a vibe. You know, this is Havana, Cuba. Look at the water tanks on top of the roof. Look at the architecture of the buildings. You know, the color that you can see. This is really the color, like the colorful buildings. We had an Airbnb with this nice terrace right here. So we came out to the terrace. You know, it's pretty high up. You know what I mean? You can look down the street. That block is super long. This is Havana, Cuba, like I said. Yo, and then it started to rain. And, you know, listen to the raindrops, y'all. Look how the rain sound in Cuba. Yep, but listen, Cuba was definitely a vibe. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen nothing like it in my life. I've been to a bunch of islands, so you can call me an island boy or whatever you want to call it. Yo, I've been to a bunch of islands around the world. Yo, Cuba definitely got its own feel. It's definitely got its own, you know, everything, its own style. Like I said, the Cubans there, there's black Cubans all the way up to light-skinned Cubans, man. And they treated us like family. The food was good. You know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Cuba very much. Look at this little Cuban chick I pulled right here. So I know that's my wife right there. I'm just joking, y'all. So we was in the car. She had me getting drunk off pina coladas. But yeah, here she go. We travel everywhere we go together. You know how it go. You know what I'm saying? The sun was out today. Man, I got so much footage in Cuba, man. I could do a whole 12-part documentary like I got on Tanzania. But I'm not going to do that to y'all. I'm just going, you know, show y'all a little bit of what I could show y'all. You know what I'm saying? Cuba was dope, though, man. I'm going to do another part, but this is the son of the sun. That's me, you know. You know what I'm saying? Me getting my little GQ on. I thought I was real decent, I guess. And then we hop back in one of these Cuban vehicles, these little 1950 Chevy, you know, situations. You know, you get the tour through the city. There she go again, a little Cuban chicks. I know that's my wife. She's just joking. But, yo, we did a tour through the city, man. They drive you around. You get to see look at those other cars right there. You know what I mean? And, you know, the architecture here is, like, super dope, man. Like I said, I've never seen nothing like it in my life. You know, I got a part 2 coming. Cuba, man. Listen, man, Cuba is dope. They need to open the borders back up. You know what I'm saying? America need to fix their relations with Cuba so we can slide through Cuba, man. Because Cuba is so close to the U.S. You know, everybody should be able to go. And the Cubans should be able to come here, too, on vacation, man. Like, yo, Cuba is a dope vibe, man. Free energy highs. Yo, and I'll be traveling. I told you I'll be traveling around the world, man. So, part 2 coming next. Cuba, free energy signing off. What's going on, everybody? This is Cuba part 2. You know, my wife wanted to come in this museum. I don't even know what it's called. Forgive me, please, but the architecture in here is very awesome. Look at the gold ceilings. You know, it's gold ceilings all the way through. We went here, you know, it cost a couple dollars to get up in here, and we had a little tour. I don't even remember what the dude was talking about, but yeah, so then we went back. You know, I told you my homie came from, I didn't even tell you, my homie came from Africa. He met us in Cuba with his girl. We had this beer right here. I think we drank the whole thing, yo, and I was like, you know, a little tipsy. Man, it was crazy. So, you know, we walked through Cuba. You know, this is the architecture. You know, we in some type of square right here. You know, like I said, Cuba is amazing, man. I hope that America, you know, fixes the relationship with Cuba so we can go there. But this is me and the homie right here. I'm smoking a Cuban cigar. You know what I'm saying? Me and my homie, he came from Africa, like I said, with his girl. And I had to hook up us on a Cuban cigars. You know what I'm saying? I got them joints over there. And I'm talking about, I ain't going to talk about that, though. But, yo, this is in the morning. You know, the sun coming up, we took some pictures. You know, my wife is good with the pictures, so she always hooking up the pictures. And then we went to the beach. Look at the Cubans, dog. Look, they be getting down. The beach was a party. These people ain't even know each other. It was just some music playing. People started walking up and dancing. You know what I'm saying? That's that island life. You know what I'm saying? When you live on the island, you just be happy. Yep. So, you know, I sat on the beach right here. I had my camera out. You know, I started to feel like a creep, but it was just, you know what I'm saying? It was everywhere. I couldn't help it, man. I just was moving my camera around. I'm not that type of guy, but, you know, they was there, you know what I'm saying? Moving, you know. Hey, man, this is how it go down in Cuba, man. Listen, this beach, you know, we had to take a bus ride up here to get to this beach. I don't know the name of the beach, but listen, that beach, listen, this beach was fly, though. You see that water, clear water, you know what I'm saying? Clear blue water. The water was warm. Like, I'm talking about, like, maybe 75 degrees, 80 degrees warm. You know what I mean? Like, you put your feet in there, you're like, wow, it's warm. So, you know what I mean? People on the beach flying kites. But look at this, man. It was a whole vibe, man. Everybody chilling, man. People peaceful. People happy, you know what I'm saying? People smiling. It's that island life. Look, the party got bigger. I told you, the radio was just playing. People just was walking up, starting to dance. Like, they don't do that in the beaches in America, man. Maybe, I don't know. I've never been to Miami. That's crazy, right? I've never been to Miami. But listen, I don't know if they do that in Miami, but they do that in Cuba. And you know what I'm saying? And Puerto Rico, too. They do that in Puerto Rico. So, you know, island life is just a happy life. You know what I mean? Cuba is just a happy place to be. You know what I mean? I walked on the beach. You know, look at the water, man. The water is beautiful. The water is warm. I enjoyed this trip, like, very much. Yo, I was trying to go back here, but America, you know, they start tripping. They close the borders. And this is me trying to do some little cinematography stuff. You know, I'll be practicing on my cinematography. But you know what I mean? This is just the block that we were staying on. And I don't even know what I was doing, practicing my camera moves. But, you know what I mean? Look, man, listen, Cuba is a vibe, man. Look at me right here looking like Big Perm, a Big Worm, or whatever dude name was from Friday. Free Energy High signing off.